Hey guys, we're the Zeros from Toledo, Ohio. We are an official group from Moped Army. This is our shop. We are in downtown Toledo. And we're going to be doing a weekly video series about just whatever is going on in the shop. From building bikes, to tuning, to just hanging out. It depends. And you guys are more than welcome to suggest what you'd like to see. This is filmed at the end of the night. So today you're going to see me working on some Minarellis. Some other people working on a Vespa. We're going to teach you how to grease loose bearings. I'm going to get Jared, who's behind the camera right now, working on his slow V1. That's just some of the things we did this week. We'll be updating all the time. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see from us, or if you'd like to see some of the other members besides myself in front of the camera all the time, please let us know in the comments. It's going to be a little rough on this first cut, but we're going to go from here and see if you guys like it. So that's all for now. All right, old man, what are you working on today?
We are working on...
Talk louder.
We are working on a 1974 Vespa Chow. Either the brakes in the front are just a hair too locked up, or the cylinder might be, or the bearings might be a little dry. Either one is just as plausible. It's probably bone dry in it.
So in a second here, we're going to walk you guys through how to take a wheel apart and grease the bearings.
Assuming I gotta take this piece off here.
You're going to take that off.
This is the part where the jazz music plays in the background.
I'm using Windows Movie Maker. It's not that good. So right now we're trying to get to his cones so that we can check them. Speedometer comes off. So as you can see in there, there's his bearings.
There's all this fluff.
Keep that. So
Keep that?
his cone is too tight. So you can see that right there, and there's no grease on the bearings. So we'll fix that on that side. And then turn around to the other side.
Now, how do you diagnose that?
There's no grease on it, and the cone is too tight.
That's what I mean. Is like, how do you diagnose how it's too tight?
This won't spin. Look, it's all locked up.
This axle should spin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone probably took it apart and over tightened the cones. Just pull that off, just like the speedometer. Might need a little twisty twist. Alright, so we got the cones loose. Reno's gonna grease up these bearings now. It's really nothing complicated. Just get it in there good, and as it spins, it'll work its way in. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's good. So now, there you go, take your wheel. Don't put that on yet. So these cones, you don't want a lot of play. See how much that's moving? Mm-hmm. That's too much play. So you just tighten these by hand. So just hold that other side. Hold the cone.
Okay.
The cone. Sorry, that guy. So you guys are gonna give some live action. See how it's that flat spot? And then just tighten it up. Keep going until you kind of start to lose that play, but it's not so tight that it puts pressure on the bearings. So got a little play. There you go. See how it stops moving? It's a little tight, so we're gonna back it off just a hair. All right, grab either side of that thing and give that wheel a spin. Boom. Those things will spin forever. Sealed bearings suck. Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. So let's put it down. Put this guide back on.
Did this come from me?
It's from the other side. This nut just prevents that from backing off the cone.
Gotcha.
So that's why it was kind of tight on there. We usually have a specialty tool for this, but Matt Brand broke it because it's fucking Matt Brand. Jesus. So ideally, you'd want a cone wrench to hold on onto the there.
Yeah.
And then turn this against it.
Gotcha.
But we don't have that right now. So we're just gonna give it a spin again. Just run the wheel against the ground. So you're still spinning nice, just from your own. All right, that's good. Put the brake plate back on. Do not stick that piece of metal in there.
What do I do with this?
Other side.
Just fit on this side.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you.
No problem. Put your other pieces back on the other side. And that wheel is good to go. So we got that wheel back on and fixed up. And we are now just tossing the circuit pipe on this stock chow. It's got a 1212 Shaw on it. The de-restricted air box. We jetted this for a stock pipe in the winter. But now it is super rich because it's a little warmer. Like 30 degrees warmer. So Reno's setting it up here. Hopefully we'll get a video of this bike started and running properly with a new pipe. Just a few. Let go of the decomp. Now give it gas. Wide open. You look like a fucking serial killer. Just dead eye. There it is. Big man on a little moped. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we are the Zeros. The Zeros are a gang from Toledo, Ohio. We were founded by myself, David Lewinsky, Brian Behrens, Chris Carson. Cody Frush was our original first prospect. Today, only myself and Cody are left from the original group. But we have a ton more members. They include myself, my wife Sarah, Jared, Megan, Christina, Elliot over there, Matt Brand, Brian Miller, James, and Reno, and Elmer, who's also not here at the moment. We also have some faraway Zeros. That would be Joe Peg, and we recently won Besnick. I hope I'm saying his name right. We won Besnick from Upjet in a game of dice. Hopefully we will be recruiting a few more people. We also have Prospect, named Alexis, she's here tonight. Those are currently all of the Zeros. There's a good handful of us, and we also have a few retired members, so I'm not naming. But yeah, that's us, and we remembered Matt Brand this time. So, good job, Zeros.
Yeah. Alright, so today on Zeros Shop Sunday/Wednesday, we are rebuilding an 835 with stuff crank. That's about it. Probably, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, so this is Logan's bike. That's Logan. Came up to see us from Southern Ohio. He built it, but it's not running right, so we're going to drop this motor, split the cases, put in a race crank like Jared said. So we're going to walk you guys through all the steps here in a minute.
You need the invoice still?
No. Alright, so we're breaking down the motor right now. One very important thing to remember is when you are taking off your clutches, all of your internals over here, the shimming is extremely important. So we recommend we take them off. Well, they're going to be taken off second. We put zip ties through everything when we take it off. Plus, Jared has...
Make a list from outside to inside.
Yeah, because if you put those shims in the wrong order, nothing's going to work right.
And every motor's different, so...
Yeah, as the manual says, shim as necessary. So keep track of how you take them out of the motor.
Alright, have the gear cluster and the shit that the gear cluster attaches to.
The claw collar looks really good in this motor. The claw collar is that little guy. When you are assembling the motor, there's a very specific place it has to go in. A lot of people just shove it in there and it'll snap. You gotta make sure it's lined up. We'll get to that later.
Gears look good.
Yeah, everything on there looks real good.
Yeah.
Next up. So the motor is ready to split. Everything's off. We're going to be splitting this case here. All right, so we got the new crank installed. Bearings on the crank before we put it together. We are currently toaster ovening the other side of the case, so be nice and warm. It'll expand the metal. No, that's crank is in the motor. Probably should have taken a video of that. It's pretty simple. Just get the side without any bearings on it, nice and warm, and set it on there and pound it in. Jared is now putting, it goes back. I think that's all of them.
Not a shiny one.
Jared's now putting in all the Allens to really get the case to stick together. You can see I got a rag on it because it's very warm. We heat it at about 250 degrees. If you get too much hotter than that, you can warp the shit metal because it's a Tomos. See if AC/DC takes us off YouTube. All right, so we rebuilt this motor. This is the first start. Woo!